morning. We are live today. I have a fun event for us this week. I'll be featuring our best-selling insert, the Undated Dailies, and I'm going to give you 2 washi tapes with purchase of the Undated Dailies. So I want to show you how these work. Hi Jennifer. I want to show you how these dailies work, how I use them, and why I designed them the way that I did. And then we can get to it in just a little bit. I actually, while we're waiting for a few people to join, I actually went out today to try to buy a bike, and I was like really excited about it because it was a vintage road bike, but it was too big for me. So I am still on the hunt for a bike. I don't know if you're thinking about getting outside, what you guys like to do in the spring. I'd love to hear about that. But yeah, that was like my goal for this morning, and it did not work out. So hopefully this goes a little bit better for everyone. So as I was saying earlier, I'm going to be giving away 2 washi tapes with the purchase of the Undated Dailies. And so I'm just going to show you how I use the Undated Dailies. And it's actually similar to a post I put on Instagram a couple weeks ago. I just thought I would do a little plan with me and just show you guys how I use them. So let me try to get this set up for you. So here I have this is the daily sheet, and it has tons of space for everything that you need to get started for just planning out a day. If it's like a super busy day, or just a day where like you want to get a lot of stuff done, then this is how I would do it. I always start by putting my time-bound events under schedule, and I design them like this with fill-ins because I know we all have different schedules that we like to get up and get our days started, or even like if you're working overnight or like a swing shift, then you can still use this insert to help you stay on track. So I don't do anything before 8 o'clock in the morning. So I just start by kind of putting in the times here. If it's a super busy day, I actually might not even put in all the times until I've finished planning, because I want to know, like, sometimes you will condense, like if there's a meeting that's going to be like 2 hours, you can just go from like an 8 to 10 instead of writing all the numbers in. But this is what I do, is I start by putting the time-bound events that I have. So like I'll hopefully get up in the morning at 8 and do my morning things. And then I'm going to start at 9 with my son. He has remote learning, and I need to help him with that. And that I try to get it all done before 1:30, but it's also obviously not going to take up like all of my time, but that's there. And then I do need to take him to climbing camp, to the gym, and then I also need to pick him up. I'm using our new pen here, the Energel, the Pentel Energel 0.5 millimeter. So actually tomorrow I don't have a ton of things that are going to take up my time, but I do have to also make dinner. And then we try to eat dinner around 7. And then I have to put my son to bed. And I also want to go to bed around 10. So this stuff means all that time's gone. So I really only have like a few blocks of time left for today. And then the next thing I like to do, that I suggest you do, so this is actually for tomorrow. I should probably have done that. Tomorrow is Friday, April 29th? I'm not sure. I think it's the 29th. Okay, so I like to, So after you put in your time-bound events, you're going to want to put in your projects. And projects to me, I think in terms of like 2-hour blocks, things that are going to take longer than 15 minutes, but not more than 2 hours. And I try to prioritize them. So the 3 things I really want to work on tomorrow are getting our summer plans finalized. And that's going to take a while just because I have to sign up my son for a bunch of summer camps. It's the 30th tomorrow. Thank you. I have to sign up my son for a bunch of summer camps and plan some of our vacation times. So that'll take a while. And so that's my number one thing. I just really want to get it done so I can move on with my life. And then our home needs to be cleaned. So I really want to spend a lot of time working on that tomorrow. And then I also want to work on my business because it is a Friday and I should be working on work things tomorrow. So I do this where I prioritize our projects in just like these big chunks. And then the next thing I suggest is that you would take and think about the 15-minute or less tasks that you would need to do to complete those, or any kind of like emergent tasks that you think that really need to get done tomorrow. Maybe they don't fit into these, but you still have to get them done. So like, for example, I would need to sign up for summer camps. And then I also, for summer plans, I know that I would need to like figure out where we're going to go camping. And I also probably need to figure out like where we're going to go, if we're going to go on a vacation somewhere. So those things will take about 15 minutes if I'm being optimistic. And then in terms of cleaning, I know I really need to do my bathroom and my son's bathroom. And see, I like deliberately didn't make this too big because then I know I'm going to put too many things in here. And then for the business tomorrow, I really just need to like actually order some packaging. That needs to happen. It really can't wait any longer. So I like to start there. I don't like to fill in too many things because the next step is to take these 15-minute tasks and put them in here and make sure that you actually have enough time to do all of the things that you want in your day. And so like, for example, with my son, I know that I can have him help clean the bathroom and do it with me. And we could probably do it in the middle of his day to help break it up. So we would probably do it like here. And then I actually realized we need to eat. So probably we need to have like lunch here at noon. And then in terms of like cleaning for me, I'll probably do that while he's trying to do his schoolwork, because then if I get interrupted, I can still clean the bathroom. The stuff that requires my actual like brain, I'm going to try to do it while he's at the gym. So like summer camps, campsite, and the vacation thing, I can probably get that done pretty quickly. I just need to talk to my partner about that. And then maybe ordering the packaging will take a little longer because I have to make a bunch of decisions. It's like new stuff I need to get. And then I can see like, okay, I actually do probably have time to do a few more things tomorrow. And so then I can either add that stuff in or I can leave it open. I actually think it's good to try to leave some spaces in your schedule that are just free, because things are going to come up and you're going to want to be able to deal with those. Or I honestly should probably like work out. I should probably like lift some weights tomorrow, and that I can put that in there. So, and then we'll always have a snack after the gym. So that's pretty much how I use the dailies. Is I like to be really gentle with myself. I don't like to put too much stuff on there. But the reason I like the hourly schedule is it helps me like stay on task, where I can think like, okay, well, what time is it? What was I actually thinking I was supposed to be doing right now? And to reorient myself and make sure that I stay productive instead of falling into an Instagram sinkhole or whatever it is that happens to me sometimes after lunch. And then this notes section, this is a place where I will write down things that happen like throughout the day. So like if I think of something that needs to happen, then but then I don't want to get derailed from what I'm working on, I'll write it here. I can make like a little checkbox and write what needs to happen. And then when I do actually accomplish it, I'll cross it out. Or if I decide to do it the next day, I'll put an arrow on it. Or if I decide to move it just to my ongoing list, I'll put a backwards arrow on it. I have a lot of symbols here. Or I can do a half box if I only get started on it but I don't finish it. Or if it's just something I want to take note of, so that when I'm reviewing my planner later, I can just write it with a little dot, and then I'll make a note of what happened. Some things that I write down are just things like, you know, I got a phone call from, you know, like if I get a phone call like from my insurance company or whatever, I'll like write that down just so I remember that it happened. And then something that I like to do after I put my son to bed and before I go to bed is I try to reflect on how the day went. And so I would just think like, okay, what went well, like probably like things that I've noticed that I do, like that's why I started leaving more time in here, is like it went well to give myself some buffer space so I could mentally relax. But what didn't go well would maybe be like, there have been times when I don't estimate like properly how much time takes, and it's a skill that I've gotten better at, and I think that if you struggle with it, practicing with it will help. And then things to improve just based on like what went well, what didn't, so that way you're always kind of like able to grow, and you're always able to improve your planning style, and it's going to evolve as your life evolves. So I wanted to show you one more thing, and that's if you order these, when you order these Undated dailies, they come in like all the sizes. I'm going to include both of these washi tapes just because they've been so popular and we have plenty of them in stock. And so these Undated dailies are made to order. I make them for you when you order them. I made these for myself this morning, and then you'll get each of these, and so you can use them just to make on the go checklists here. You can just stick it on the lines. See how they like, those circles are just like every other, so perfect. Because I write kind of large, so I like how far apart they are. Or you can use the check boxes, which I'll show you as well. But you'll get each of these free with every order of the Undated dailies, and you just have to add them to your cart, and then they will come in your order, and I will make those dailies for you. But there's the squares as well. And actually was using, this is our new pen, the Pentel Energel, and then the Pilot Multi-Ball, which is actually going to be in your box coming up. So cool. It writes on washi tape, and it takes a little bit of time to dry, but you can see that when I wrote first, didn't smear. And then the Uni Pen, which is available in our shop right now. Same thing, you can write on washi tape, puts down color, super nice. And it also takes some time to dry, but it doesn't smear either. So I love those. Hi. So, oh, you can see I've upgraded our lighting as well. So I just demonstrated how I use the Undated dailies. If you use them any differently, you can leave a comment. I'm gonna post this video on our feed, and get online and grab those dailies. I'll make them for you, and then you'll get 2 free washi tapes. You just have to add them to your cart. And thanks again for joining us. I hope you guys have a lovely day and a lovely weekend.